Hi, my name is Nora Birongi. I'm from Uganda. I come from one of the biggest slums in Kampala called Naguru, and that's where I grew up from. My mother was a hairdresser, and my father was a soldier in the Rwandan army. Unfortunately, the soldier I grew up seeing so strong died in the genocide with our entire family. Life took a terrible turn after the death of my father. My mother's job could not sustain our family with our basic needs, including food, education, and medical care. We all got kicked out of school, and I stayed home as other kids went to school, which deprived me of my self-esteem and self-worth. I felt so hopeless and had no purpose in life. But God answered my prayer by bringing a client to my mother who introduced her to a local church, Nakawa Baptist Church, where Compassion was registering children. When we reached this church, I was so hungry because we had had days without having food. So when we reached this church, the most amazing thing was for me to see a pan of porridge and the lady asking me if I wanted to have a cup of porridge. So I went there, had my cup of porridge, and that was the best meal I ever had. At that moment, I fell in love with the word compassion, even if I didn't know what it really meant. I got enrolled back into school immediately after getting onto that list, and all my scholastic materials were always paid 100%. I got news that I had sponsors, Jeff and Bonnie, the people I always say that was the best that God ever brought in my life. They always wrote to me letters of encouragement, and in their letters I remember 3 things that never missed out of them. We love you, you are special, and we believe in you. For me to know that somebody out there believed in me meant the world to me. Compassion staff became my role models. I never admired the slum where I grew up from. There was no character to look up to. But at the church, at the project, I always looked up to the staff. They became my role models, and I always made sure I read so hard to be just like them. Looking back where I was, I wouldn't be what I am today. I had lost all hope of going back to school, but because of Compassion, I was able to finish my education, and I became a social worker with a bachelor's degree. I can say that again and forever because it was because of what Compassion did for me.